This is where we stayed last night. Today is Sunday. June 6th, I think.
Yeah. How's the parts this morning?
Well, they're not as bad as they were last night, but they're still not real happy with me. My body's basically wondering why I'm trying to kill it. But today is a new day, and we are a little less than a mile away from meeting Iceman, and we're gonna get rid of everything we possibly can for that climb out of Palmerton. Hopefully we will both handle the rocks well. Discovered that a casualty of yesterday was my hand sanitizer, which makes me really sad because I like that bottle. But at least, like I said to Rich, it was not a body part, it was hand sanitizer. Oh, right now the trail looks good. So it is like 6:39 and we are heading toward Iceman. There's Iceman to take our packs, and maybe we'll survive the hike to Palmerton. Thoughts this morning?
It's good to see you. I'm glad you made it.
It was questionable.
I was watching you.
Oh, were you? So our packs are much lighter, as light as we could get them, and still have them stay on our backs without flopping. And we just talked to Kathy, Galvanizing Hikers, and they're going to help us slack in New Jersey, which is so awesome. So if we can get to Delaware Water Gap and our zeros, we'll touch base with them. So far the trail is not horrible. After the power lines, it's going to take a lot. And we will see Iceman again right before the big climb out of Palmerton. The mountain laurel through this section has been so pretty. I guess it's compensation for the trail, but although the trail through here has been not bad at all. It's really pretty through here. I'm gonna miss them because I don't imagine they're gonna be around too much longer. We have come 2.22 miles since we left camp. And I wanna say it was like 6.4 to Palmerton. So we probably have like another 4.2 before we meet Iceman and just say hi and maybe get a cold drink before we climb up out. We have a view. I'm sure we'll have a better view, but it's nice to have one. And I just keep stopping and taking pictures of the mountain laurel. There's some really bright pink ones. These are white ones, but the really bright pink ones are so pretty. Trail's not terrible. We've been able to move along at a reasonable pace. What an amazing campsite. Check out the chairs. Rich is looking up the mile marker.
12:56.
12:56. I bet it's in Gut Hook. It has to be with the comments for the furniture. Super Flintstone furniture.
Yeah, it's a 10th off in Gut Hook.
It's a 10th off in Gut Hook?
Yeah. It's got 156.9, and that's 156.8.
Okay, 156.8. Well, we snuck down just to get a little view. I have no idea what we're looking at. Eventually, we need to download Peak Finder. Maybe we can do that in Delaware Water Gap, because that's really going to help us in the whites. Right, yeah, we knew that. That's why we got water from Iceman. But we are about 1.5 miles maybe from Iceman. Trail has been so nice. We've actually just been able to walk and not have to worry. Saw some trail runners. That's always a good sign when you see trail runners. But I think we're getting ready to go downhill, so I'm gonna put this away. There's a little turtle. We met him on the trail. Buddy, you need to get out of the way. We are 1/10 or less from the George W. Outbridge shelter, which we will just walk by. Speaking of walking by, at some point we need to talk about why we didn't stop at Bake Oven Knob. I guess I'll wait till he's around though, so he can weigh in on the situation. Hopefully we'll remember. This is the first shelter we've walked right directly past, and gosh, I can't remember when, but this is the George W. Outbridge. Nobody in it. It's late. I think you can see it. I hope so. I don't know where any of the amenities are. We're not going to stop and check because we want to get up over Palmerton before it gets any hotter. The sun's glaring on my screen. Hopefully you can see. I guess that's where we're going, is way up there. We are almost to the road. It is hot, so hopefully it won't get much hotter before we start that climb. Yeah, I'm not really familiar with how it all works there, but I have a feeling that we're going way up there. Okay, yeah, so we just saw Iceman. He gave us a soft drink. He says it's gonna take us about 3 hours to go 5 miles. And that rocky spine is what we're gonna be going up.
Heading to Maine, brother.
Thank you. So, wish us luck. Hopefully I won't be as terrified as I was yesterday. It looks really high now. We're trying to figure out where the trail goes.
The closer we get, the taller it gets.
Yeah, so there's the turn. I don't know. We gotta figure this out. There's the winter trail and the road to Palmerton. It's tempting, not gonna lie. We're going this way. So we decided to stop in the shade because it looks like we're getting ready to go up. We've already come up 400 feet and it's just been your basic typical uphill climb. I mean, I think the fun's getting ready to start. So we thought we'd just cool off because it is hot. But it says there's views in 1/10 of a mile. So maybe all that crap happens in 1/10 of a mile. I don't know. We'll find out. Wow, we just came around and have this beautiful view. It's kind of hard to zoom in because the sun's so bright. I could try. But yeah, you can see a water tower down there, runway. Okay, we're delaying it. Off we go. Here he comes. Man, it's hot. It's not really hard so far. You just have to scramble.
It's just hot.
Yeah, I gotta catch my breath. I'm in the shade and it feels good. Honestly, so far, it's not been that bad. Well, made it this far. Still have to get up there somehow, I think. Honestly, poles are an impediment at this point. I got to get down there. That's not going to be easy for short legs.
Well, it took us an hour to come up. I slacked in my duties of filming coming up. I didn't get any video. My bad. Now we're in full sun on top of the ridge coming out of Lehigh. And on my watch, we've come up right now about 1,000 feet. And yeah, we're in full sun on, yes, the hottest day of the year. Our hottest day on trail. Of course, we did that. And yeah, yada yada. It feels good. You know, it was a fun climb. Little hand over hand stuff. Trekking poles were an impediment a few times. How's Daisy doing up there?
Fine.
Yeah. All right, I'm out. Huh? An opposite of Nice Edge. Yeah, it sure was.
Check out this view. We've kind of pivoted around. We're up on the top. I don't know if Rich said I heard him filming, but it took us about an hour to come up, which wasn't bad. Yeah, I'd do that up 4 times before I'd do Knife's Edge again, but I don't think I could do it down. I just have a fear of going down, which is going to be a problem when we get to New Hampshire. Huh.
You'll be there by then. Okay, finally learned how to film left-handed. So I put my camera in my pocket with the glass in. Yeah, cracked the safety glass on it yesterday, dancing through the boulder fields. So big fun there, huh? Yep, just walking along, you know. There's this. Oh my! All along. Image stabilization is a wonderful thing. Wow, nice trail up here. Once we ran the gauntlet of the climb and the rocks of the Lehigh climb, it's nice.
This has been the trail pretty much since we got on top after we got off the rocks. We have no idea how long it's going to last, but it sure is nice. And You have a beautiful view. There's a couple actual official overlooks. We were so mission oriented when we were up there on the gap that we totally forgot to take a picture of ourselves up there, but promise that we made it. Thank you so much, Iceman.
You're welcome.
And we hope we will see you again.
Possibly.
Possibly, but we couldn't have done it without you.
Thank you
I
again.
enjoyed it.
Thanks again.
Your life.
Happy trails. After leaving Iceman's truck, we started climbing pretty fast, and I stopped in this one spot, and I guess the cool air is coming out from underneath those rocks. And I may never move from this spot. I think we have about 1.25 miles to get to the campsite we're going to use. We're just having to do a little remediation in the area of our tent pad, trying to get this big rock out. He's almost got it. Oh dear, it's a rather large hole. That's how big the rock was. Yeah, we couldn't sleep on that. Well, we are at the campsite at 1266.7. There are a lot of tent pads. They're, you know, they all have some rocks, but Rich engineered ours, and that's where we are. Just letting everything air out. We're gonna probably be out another couple of nights, and with this heat, we're kind of stanky. But we got into camp at like 3, and we're gonna just relax and hopefully get charged up to get this last, I guess it's 30 miles done to get to Delaware Water Gap. Hi there.
Hey guys.
It is the 6th, Sunday.
Of June.
And it's like 6:30,
13-mile day today.
because that was all we had.
The 19 yesterday was.
Insanity. But that ship has sailed, so we'll move on to today.
We got to play in the rocks today. It was different than yesterday.
Yeah,
Where we had to work in the rocks yesterday. Yesterday was a blue-collar Pennsylvania type day.
I mean, we had the power line crossing between where we camped and where we met Iceman at Ashfield Road. You know, normally you come through power lines, it's a cake. No, these were not. There was just giant boulders everywhere. But once we got to Iceman and lightened up our packs, the trail also improved significantly.
Might have something to do with the lighter pack.
No, it really didn't. It was that beautiful trail.
Yeah,
it
was nice.
We were actually able to just walk, which was awesome. Then we met Iceman again. I mean, he was great, just giving us soft drinks and just encouraging us. And the climb up was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it was hot.
Yeah.
It would have been more fun at like 6 o'clock in the morning. I could never have done it downhill. I don't think so.
Downhill would be hard.
And in the rain, it would have been a lot harder.
But the views up there were really great. And all in all, had a pretty good day. We had to cut it a little bit shorter today because we were so beat up from yesterday.
Yeah. And plus with the heat, you know, after we left Iceman for the last time, well, first of all, we come rolling in, and he had cooked sausages and hot dogs, baked beans, coleslaw. He was trying to give us ice cream. I was so tempted. He has this new cool shower on the top of his truck. And he says, well, I can hose you off if you want. I was so tempted, but I was afraid if my clothes were wet and I put on my pack, it would be a problem. But yeah, he's got quite the setup, and it was a lifesaver. So thank you again, Iceman.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I mean, truly, we told him without his help, it would have taken us another couple of days easily to get through that section. So now we've got, how many miles did I tell you we have to get to Delaware Water Gap?
30.
It's like 29. Yeah, it's like 29 and change. And been texting back and forth with Johnny Drifter, and they're just ahead of us a couple of days. They're in New Jersey.
Yeah, he said the train was a little rough.
Yeah, he said the train was rough, lots of rocks between Wind Gap and Delaware Water Gap, but he also said the campsites were all closed. So there's that. You know, we're going to have to figure out exactly how we're going to...
Was he talking about stealth sites or just...
No, not stealth sites, but all the ones that are marked on the book as tent sites, I guess, are all closed for revegetation. I don't know what it was.
Okay.
I'll have to read the comments in Gut Hook, but we're hoping to make it in 2 days. It's just if we go into the motel in Wind Gap, that makes a really long day for the last day for Delaware Water Gap. And if the train's too rough, we may have to add another day. I don't know.
Water's going to be weird.
Yeah, water's a challenge too.
I think we got water figured out for tomorrow, but I don't know about the day after that.
Well, and we wouldn't have been able to stay here if Iceman hadn't given us water, because there was no, the jugs at the road were empty. And there was, I mean, you could go to that ski resort, and we were sad because we were trying to figure out how to get there, and we never could.
You know, if it would have been a little fresher, I think would have made a little bit more of an effort. Because there was some gut hook notes to that first campsite down there that you could do a little bushwhacking from the back. He said it was only like 20 yards back there to get across, and I called them, they were open. So
Yeah, we would have been able to go have a nice cold beer. But alas, that will have to wait a couple more days.
She said beer.
I said beer. So, yeah, I mean, we're really just concentrating on relaxing, resting, healing our parts. And that's pretty much it.
It's so funny, we do 13 miles. It feels like a Nero.
I know. It's crazy.
Pennsylvania's hard. I mean, you just can't do, we can't. I
No,
mean,
maybe other people can.
there
but,
are people that can. We see them do it,
but we're not those people.
no. For us, it's like, yeah. I
But yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, we had a little cell service. We called our kids. So it was a nice afternoon. We haven't been able to relax like that in a while.
Yeah, we got a good spot up here.
Yeah.
It's nice. I won't be too surprised if. Well, I mean, it's hard for people to camp here because of the water. So,
Right,
yeah.
right. But yeah, that's it from us. And I'll get these uploaded when we get to Delaware Water Gap, probably.
All right, see you, kids.
Night.